Hello, welcome to the 2021 Empty Bowls virtual event. My name is Cameron Goody, Director of Community Enrichment and Engagement for Robbinsdale Area Schools. I'm excited to be joining this event this year alongside members of the steering committee. Historically, tonight we be gathered together at Cooper High School sharing a hot bowl of soup donated by many of the great restaurants from the community while watching performances by district students and community groups. Tonight we are going to do our best to gather together to continue to support for the local food shelves. Each donation that you make will contribute to providing one of life's basics need, food. Tonight, you will hear from Sharon Garber and Sharon Pleimling, the two founding organizers who started Empty Bowls 11 years ago. You will also hear from a representative from both PRISM and NEAR food shelves, a performance by Armstrong Choir, and a xylophone performance by Zachary Lane Elementary. I hope you enjoy your evening and give generously to support Empty Bowls. Thank you and have fun.
I'm Sharon Pleimling, and I've been a volunteer at PRISM for 40 years in all different capacities. And when I was on the Faith Partner Board, I was aware of all the Empty Bowls events that were held in our community and in our state, and I thought we should be doing that here.
Hi, I'm Sharon Garber. 11 years ago, I had retired. I wanted to help the community and decided to go to PRISM to see what I could do. And what they said was, you need to meet Sharon Pleimling. That was 11 years ago, and it has been a great ride ever since. So glad I can be part of this.
So 11 years ago, Sharon and I started this Empty Bowls adventure, and with the backing of the Seven Dreams Foundation, we organized an event that was at Plymouth Middle School, and we followed the rules of the International Empty Bowls program, which meant serve a simple meal, give bowls for people to take home to remember hunger, and all of the proceeds go to a hunger cause. That first year we had a handful of volunteers, a few sponsors, some very dedicated people who attended, and we raised a couple of $1,000s for the food shelves. Each year that event grew, and we had to move from Plymouth Middle School to Sandburg Middle School and eventually to Cooper High School because we needed more room. And community education got involved as a partner, and the whole event got a broader scope. As along the way, we had to solicit food, and we had to solicit sponsorships and bowls, and we developed a community bowl making and a very nice Facebook presence and a website. Our most recent non-pandemic event, we thank 17 sponsors, 44 donors, 22 committee members, 102 volunteers, 8 entertainment groups, and 5 therapy dogs. We served 1,200 bowls of soup, gave out about 500 plus handmade bowls to remember hunger and collected donations of $20,000. We hope that this year you will be on board to help us do this to raise funds for the food shelves because it's even a more need in a pandemic. So the message today is end hunger, care for each other, and give generously.
Hi, I'm Janice. This is my husband Kent. We're volunteers for the NEAR Food Shelf located in 5209 West Broadway in Crystal. We're open Monday through Friday, year-round.
What I'd like to do is give a bit of history. NEAR began in 1974, so it's been around for quite a while. It's sponsored by 12 local churches. The service area is inside the border of 42nd Avenue North, 62nd Avenue North, and Theodore Worth Parkway and 169. Today, NEAR gives a lot of food to needy families because we receive a lot of food to satisfy the needs for these families. Food's donated to NEAR primarily through the food program from local grocery stores, food drives, and other organizations. Food's provided for up to 300 to 350 families monthly. Families are also provided with Thanksgiving and Christmas boxes. In addition to that, it would be with turkeys or hams. We also have a gift program to be able to help families with children at Christmas time. NEAR uses monetary donations by purchasing foods that we're not getting donated through our normal food donation chains. For instance, if we are in need of certain types of vegetables or single meals, which we give out on a monthly basis, we have to buy those things because we believe the families grow to expect that. So we don't want to disappoint them, and we want to make sure that they have enough food. So that's just one example of how the money is used.
We've also recently acquired new refrigerators. The refrigerators that we have are somewhat inadequate, so we purchased a large freezer and I think a couple refrigerators.
Yeah.
To store the produce and frozen goods.
We need lots of support to help these families, so thank you for your support and donations through the Empty Bowls program, which helps us make these things possible.
Thank you for participating in the Empty Bowls program.
Hi, my name is Michelle Ness. I'm the Executive Director at PRISM. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and joining us. I'm sorry that we can't meet in person and absolutely look forward to hopefully in the near future the time when we can gather safely in person. Empty Bowls is a very special event, and clearly we're doing it quite differently this year. What we know about our community is when crises happen, when there are emergencies, people step up. Empty Bowls is a collaborative among food shelves and the public education system. No one can do this alone, and we need you to support us as we move through the next phases of this unprecedented pandemic. Because together, we can make sure that every child has breakfast, lunch, and dinner today, tomorrow, and every day. We are bound and driven by our mission to serve the public good. It's not for personal or political gain. The benefit of every single community member is the mission of PRISM. Food shelves are designed to respond to immediate needs and community conditions. During emergencies like a pandemic, PRISM and other food shelves are the organizations that will provide stability, support, and healthy food for our community members in need. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are grateful for your time, your attention, and hope that you will join us in our effort to address hunger. It is truly the contributions from individuals like you that allow us to do our best work in the community. Thank you for being a hunger hero. Many people find a silver lining of the pandemic is the time they have had to spend with family. For many families, however, these community changes and the restrictions imposed by the pandemic are creating an unprecedented level of stress.
In my previous position, working with middle schoolers, one of the great things that we had was snack, right? Our district provided snack for the kids, and one of the things that they really appreciated was being able to take extras home. And just in that little sample size of the middle school population, you knew that there was kids that on Friday, that was probably their last meal that they're gonna get, was that snack, right? And so just from that sample size there alone says a lot about how this Empty Bowls goes to support our community.
The families are very gracious when they pick up their food. Oftentimes, they're overwhelmed by the amount of food that they're getting.
They seem to be very appreciative. They thank the people that are bringing the food out to them.
During crises, people are more likely to tend and befriend others in need. PRISM and Empty Bowls is among the connectors. Please join us in directly impacting the hungry children right here in our neighborhood.
Hi, this is my therapy dog, Herbie. You might just think he's a pretty face, but that's not all he is. Herbie and his friends have been helping Empty Bowls for a lot of years. He comes every year, and for $1, people can spend 2 minutes with him, and he is so popular. He helps at farmers markets, too. And he's so sad. Look at that. He's so sad that he can't be with you this year. Oh, but he is hoping that you have a good time anyway. Thanks for coming.
Historically, my favorite part of Empty Bowls, it's wonderful having the community together, having a chance to be with everybody who really cares, and of course, making that much of a difference for the food shelf. It really all comes together. And of course, having my therapy dog there, that's kind of fun too.
My two favorite things about Empty Bowls have to be, one, the bowls themselves. They are beautiful. I'm inspired by the ability of children in our community. And secondly, to see the many, many faces of friends of PRISM. We're connected through community organizations, through faith communities, businesses, schools, and Empty Bowls is a space where everybody comes together to see the community join together, fighting hunger in support of PRISM and NEAR is really very heartwarming.
I think my favorite part of Empty Bowls was, first of all, making the bowls, going to the local or middle schools, creating them with community members, see them get glazed, and then going to the main event and then see them being bought for a good cause.
We spent a whole career of taking care of our family and our needs. Now we're retired, so it's time to give back in any capacity that we can, and NEAR seems like such a worthy cause. That's why we volunteer.
People I volunteer with are all a lot of fun. We have a lot in common, and it's just nice to be, during the COVID, being around other people. Volunteering at NEAR is extremely rewarding.
Empty Bowls is always a highlight of my spring. I love being able to join members of the community and watch performances by kids and youth in our community. But one of my favorite parts of Empty Bowls is being able to see different circles be a part of this one circle focusing on hunger. It's exciting for me to see friends and family that I know from other organizations all coming together, caring about hunger in our community.
In my hometown, it's the adult potters that run it, but in a lot of school districts, it's run through community ed. And I went to the one at Normandale, and it's the art students and the culinary art students make all the food. So we were sitting in the pottery room, and they were running fresh bread out of the oven and soup to us, and we were buying bowls. They were all over the room. And so it's got a whole lot of other people that get that going. But it was hard here because we didn't have a pottery group to start with. So we ended up going to craft fairs and asking them if they'll give us their leftovers. And then when we got community ed involved, that's when we were able to get community bowl making in the schools and in the community ed, so that average people, because we don't have potters here, we just have people that have to make pinch pots.
The feeling of being part of an event like Empty Bowls is rewarding in so many ways. It feels good to do good. So whether it's creating a bowl, whether it's sharing about this event with the community and inviting people to understand hunger, or when we're able to come together and smile and see each other in person, it's really heartwarming to know there are so many members of our community, diverse members of our community, that truly care about addressing hunger. To see everybody coming together in one place is truly one of my favorite parts of Empty Bowls.
While we hoped we could have been together in person this year, I think we've done a great job of showcasing what Empty Bowls is truly all about. Now it's time for us to be generous. I encourage you each to go online and make a donation in support of Empty Bowls for this year's event. With your gift, we can help exceed our goal of $20,000 to support our food shelves, PRISM and NEAR.